Well, welcome back. And in this story titled Bimba Pratibimbam. Bimbam means some image. Pratibimbam means a reflection of that image. That is mirror image, like that. So an image and its reflected image. That is the story title. Let us read and understand why such title is given. Amarapuram Kinchana Vishalam Rajyam. Amarapuram is a kingdom which is some wide. Vishalam means very big. Rajyam, it's a big country. Yetat Rajyam Vivekaha Nama Raja Palayati Sma. And this kingdom was ruled by a king called Vivekaha. Saha Pratidinam Prataha Sayam Cha Chandrashalayam Mandam Itastataha Sancharan Suryodayasya Suryastasya Cha Shobham Pashyan Santosham Anubhavati. Saha Kaha Vivekaha Raja Pratidinam every day Pratah Sayam Cha both morning and evening Chandrashalayam Chandrashala means in the balcony Mandam Itastataha Sancharan slowly walking here and there Suryodayasya Suryastasya both sunrise and sunset cha Shobham the glory of that sunrise and sunset Pashyan looking Santosham Anubhavati he experiences happiness Yatadrishena Vyavaharena Tadiyam Manas Sada Nirmalam Tishtati Sma. By this practice or behavior his mind always stays nirmalam means pure and plain. Pratidinam pratah kashta vikrayikaha kaschana rajaprasadasya purataha aranyam gacchati sayancha kashtam shirasi aropya tena iva margena swagriham pratigacchati sma. Pratidinam every day pratah kashta vikrayikaha. Kashta vikriyakaha means woodlock seller. In the earlier days, when I was in the childhood, school going, I used to see people go to forest, they collect the dry wooden logs, whatever broken and fallen, and they come to the village and sell that. And that was their profession. They make money out of that. So here he is called Kashta Vikriyaka, one who sells firewood. Pratidinam Prataha Kashta Vikriyakaha Kaschana, some wood seller, every day morning, Raja Prasadasya Purataha Aranyam Gacchati. In front of the king's palace, he goes to the forest. Sayancha Kashtam Shirasi Aropya. Loading that firewood on his head in the evening, Tenaiva Margena, by the same road, he went in the morning, by the same road, Swagriham Pratigacchati Sma. He returns back to his house. Yetasya Kashta Vikriyakasya Gamana Gamanam Maharajaha Pratidinam Pashyati Sma. And the Maharaja every day looks at this wood seller who goes in the morning and comes in the evening. Prataha yadatam pashyati tada maharajasya manasi evam vicharaha agacchati sma. When the king looks at him in the morning, then in the king's mind, he gets this feeling, ha hanta, oh my God, nitaram daridraha syat yeshaha. This person is very poor, shall be very poor. Asti panjara matram drishyate. Asti panjara. Panjara means cage. Asti means bone. Asti panjara matram drishyate. Means in his body no flesh is there. Only some bone and skin is only seen. Mahantam parishramam vina yatasya jivana nirvahanam na bhavati iti bhati iti. Mahantam parishramam vina. Without great efforts, yatasya jivana nirvahanam. This wood seller's jivana nirvahanam, managing life, na bhavati iti bhati. It's not possible to lead his life without great efforts and difficulty. Like that I feel so. That was the feeling the king heard in the morning. किन्तु सायंकाले यदा सः काष्ठविक्रयिकः काष्ठानि शिरसि आरोप्य अरण्यतः प्रत्यागच्छन् भवति. But किन्तु सायंकाले in the evening यदा सः काष्ठविक्रयिकः, that when that wood seller काष्ठानि शिरसि आरोप्य अरण्यतः प्रत्यागच्छन् भवति, keeping the firewood on his head when he returns back from the forest, tada, then Maharajasya manasi bhasate sma. And in the king's mind, this feeling comes. Mahadhurtaha eshaha. He is very bad fellow. Yetasya sajiva dahanam kritam chedabi na doshaha iti. Yetasya sajiva dahanam. Sajiva means jivanena saha, with life. Dahanam means to burn. Even if the person is burnt alive, kritam chetabi, even if the person is burnt alive, na doshaha, there is no mistake. So morning he gets the feeling with great difficulty and efforts this poor fellow is leading life. He is very poverty stricken, and he feels very anukampa, a type of compassion. But in the evening, he feels dvesha, a type of anger, that even if this person is burnt alive, it's not a mistake, like that. Ekasya eva purushasya darshanena. By seeing only the one person, praktaha eka bhavana sayancha apara bhavana kutaha agacchati iti na janati maharajaha. By seeing at the same person, why morning he gets a feeling and why in the evening he gets another feeling, from where this feeling comes, which was not known to the king. Tatrapi sayam tad vishaye nishkaranam kopaha kimartham iti tu nigudham eva. And in that also, why he get so much anger in the evening, like that, nigudam eva. Gudam means a type of secret. It's totally unknown. Ante Maharajaha mantrinam ahuya काष्ठविक्रयिकस्य दर्शनेन स्वस्मिन् जायमानं परस्पर विरुद्धं भावनाद्वयम् अपि उक्त्वा. Ante, in the end, Maharajaha mantrinam ahuya, having called the mantri, काष्ठविक्रयिकस्य दर्शनेन, by looking at that wood seller, स्वस्मिन् जायमानं परस्पर विरुद्धं भावनाद्वयम्, in his mind, swasmin, jayamanam, which is giving birth, the feeling which comes out in his mind, paraspara viruddham, one-to-one contradictory, bhavana dvayam, two different types of feeling, apivuktva, having said that, etasya kim karanam iti jnatum ichhami iti vuktavan. What is the reason for this? Like that I want to know. Like that he told. दिनत्रयाभ्यन्तरे ज्ञात्वा निवेदयिष्यामि इति उक्तवान् मन्त्री. दिनत्रयाभ्यन्तरे means in 2-3 days. ज्ञात्वा, having known, निवेदयिष्यामि इति उक्तवान् मन्त्री. I will inform you, like that the mantri told. अनन्तर दिने मन्त्री निर्धनस्य वेषं धृत्वा तं काष्ठविक्रयिकं अनुसृतवान्. Anantara dine, on the next day, mantri nirdhanasya vesham dhrutva, wearing a dress of a poor man, the minister kaஷ்ಠவிக்ரயிகம் anusritavan. He followed the wood seller. Aranye tena kriyamanam parishramam swayam drishtavan. And he saw the efforts done by that wood seller in the forest by himself. Sayam tena saha eva pratyagatavancha. And in the evening, along with him, he came. Etavata mantrina jnatam yat kaஷ்ಠவிக்ரயிकस्य darshanena maharajasya manasi kimartham anukambaha utpadyate iti. Etavata, by this time, looking at him from the morning and till evening, whatever efforts he make, looking by his own eyes, and coming in the evening, etavata, by this, mantrina jnatam, by minister it is known, yet that kashtavikrayikasya darshanena, by looking at that wood seller, Maharajasya manasi, in the mind of king, kimartham anukampaha utpadyate iti, why he gets compassion like that. Itah param kopasya karanam jnatavyam asti mantrina. Hereafter, the reason for the anger is to be known by the minister. Anantara dine mantri sannyasinaha vesham dhrutva tasya kashtavikrayikasya griham gatavan. On the next day, the minister, in the disguise of a sannyasi, he went to the home of that house of that wood seller. Tat samaye kashtavikriyikaha kashtasangrahartham aranyam gatavan asit. At that time, the wood seller went to forest to collect firewoods. Kashtavikriyikasya patni tam bhaktya antaha ahuya satkritavati. And the wife of the wood seller respectfully welcomed the minister who is in the sannyasi's dress and treated him well. Tavata mantrina Shri Gandhasya Tivra Gandha Agritaha. By that time, when the minister was in the home, he smelled the sandalwood, very strong sandalwood smell. Saha tam anukampayuktena swarena prishtavan. And the minister asked the tam, kam, patnim, kashtavikriyikasya patnim, anukambayuktena swarena. In a very compassionate tone, he asked the wife of that wood seller, Kimamba, what is this, mother? Grihe Shri Gandha Kashtani Bahuni Santi iti bhati. I feel that in your house you have so much of sandalwood. Kim tani kopi na kreshyati. No one buys that sandalwood. Shri Gandha Kashtasya Sangrahe Sthite api yetat daridryam kimartham iti. Even if you have so much of collection of this sandalwood, why you are in the poverty? Like that. Tada Kashtavikriyikasya patni uktavati. Then the wood seller's wife told, Shriman, oh Swamin, Vayantu Janmana Daridraha. We are poor by birth. Mama Patihi Aranye Kashta Sangrahana Samaye Kadachit Shri Gandha Kashtamapi Prapnoti. My husband, while collecting firewood, sometimes he get sandalwood also from the forest. Evam praptani Shri Gandha Kasthani ekatra sangrahitani asmabihi. By us, this sandalwood which we got while collecting firewood, they are collected and kept at one place. Maharaja hava anyaha mahapurusha hava yadi divam gachet. Either the king or some other great VIP, Mahapurushaha, great person, yadi divam gachet, means if they go to Swarga, means if they die, that is the meaning. Tarihi, then tasya dahanartham Shri Gandha Kashta Khandaha upayujyante khalu. Then to burn such persons, the sandalwood pieces are used, Tadrishe sandarbhe. That type of occasion. Yat mulyam vadamaha. What value we say for these sandal pieces? Tenaiva mulyena vikrayanam bhavishyati. By that value only people buy. It will happen. Vikrayanam means selling will happen. At that time, ataha eva etani sangrahitani. That is why only we collected this. Tatha vikrayanam bhavati chet. If the selling happens like that, agrimam jivanam nischintam bhavet iti. The future life will be without any, shall be without any nischinta, means without any worry, like that. Idanim mantrina maharajasya kopasya karanamapi jnatam. Now, by the minister, the reason for the anger of the king is also known. Mantri tataha nirgatya swagriham gatavan. Mantri went from there and he went to his house. Anantara dine yathapurvam raja Rajasabhayam upasthitah abhavat. And on the next day, as usual, in the assembly of king, he himself was presented. Tada Maharajaha Mantrinam Prishtavan. Then the king asked the minister, Kashtavikrikasya Vishaye Kimapi Gnatam Va iti. Have you known anything in the matter of that wood seller? Am Maharaja Sarvam Gnatam. Yes, Your Honor, I came to know everything. Kintu bhavantam kashtavikriyakam na dandayishyami iti vachanam dadati chet sarvam vadishyami. But if you give word that you will not punish that wood seller, then everything I will tell. Yataha maya uchyamanaha manasambandhi vishayaha. Because whatever being told by me is related to some manasambandhi, psychological matters. Sharira dandanena tu kimapi prayojanam na bhavati. By giving punishment to the body, no effect shall happen. Iti muktavan mantri. Like that minister told. Rajnyaha abhayadanasya anantaram. Mantri uktavan. After the king's assurance, abhayam means don't fear, I am here, like that. Abhaya danasya anantaram. Rajnyaha, Shashti ekavachanam. After the king's assurance of not going to punish, Mantri Bhuktavan, minister told, Hey Maharaja, O my lord, Prataha Kashtavikriyakaha Aranyam Gacchati. Morning the wood seller goes to forest. Adya Udara Nirvahanam Katham Kiyat Duram Gantavyam Bhavet Ityevam Tasya Manasi Bhavana Bhavanti. Adya Udara Nirvahanam Katham. Today, how to manage my stomach? Means, what about today's life? Because Udara Nirvahana means every day he lives by collecting firewood and selling. That is only the source of income. Adya Udara Nirvahanam Katham. How to lead today's life? Kiyadduram Gantavyam Bhavet. How far shall I need to go? Ityetam Ityevam Tasya Manasi Bhavanaha Bhavanti. Like this, in his mind, some emotions are there. Tadrishi tadiya manastitihi bhavati anukampam janayati. Tadrishi tadiya manastitihi. That type of that person's mind, mental status. Bhavati, in you, that is in the king's mind, anukampam janayati. Means it creates compassion, because every day he is worried about how to lead today's life. And when he goes and collects firewood, he doesn't cut a tree and come. He goes and searches in the forest whatever the branches which has broken and fallen down, and he collects. Okay. Anantaram, then Kashtavikriyakasya grihe sangrahitasya Shrigandhasya Vishayam Uktuva Mantri Punaha Uktavan. Then telling about the collection of sandalwood pieces or the wood logs in the house of that wood seller, again the minister told, Sayam Pratyagamana Samaye Saha Shrigandha Vishaye Chintayate. In the evening, while coming back, he thinks of that sandalwood logs. Maharajaha mritaha chet maya vishesha labha prapyeta iti tasya vicharaha. If the king dies, then I shall get a special profit. Like that, he is thinking. Raja alpena kalena na mritaha chet. If the king is not dead by very short period, Jivana nirvahanartham Shrigandha kashtasya vikrayanamapi karaniyam bhavet iti tasya atangaha. If the king doesn't die in a very short period, so that he can sell the sandalwood and make money. Otherwise, what happens? He has to Jivana nirvahanartham, for the sake of leading his life, Shrigandha kashtasya vikrayanamapi karaniyam bhavet. It shall come as the sandalwood pieces are also to be sold to lead his life. At that time, he won't get much money. That is his feeling. Iti tasya atangaha. Like that, his worry. एतत् कारणतः भवति कोपः उद्भवति. Because of this reason, bhavati, in you, in the mind of king, kopaha udbhavati, the anger arises. Tasya bhavataha cha bhavau bimba pratibimba bhavena staha. Tasya bhavataha cha bhavau, of the woodsellers and of yours, feeling, bimba, image, pratibimba, mirror image, bhavena, with that feeling, staha. That is why we say when somebody is in some feeling, the feeling spreads to the people in that room. That is why a bad person enters into a room, everybody will have bad intentions and feelings, bad thinkings. A good person enters in a room, then everybody feels good. That is why in satsanga, everybody feels good, everybody donates, everybody does some work. But when people are fighting, quarreling in a meeting, everybody start fighting, quarreling. Ataha evam bhavati iti. Because of that, it happens like that. Bimba pratibimba bhavana is the reason. Daridrya karanataha saha mama maranam ichchati. Because of poverty, that woodseller wishes my death. Yadi daridryam apagajjet tarihi sopi दीर्घायुष्मान दीर्घायुष्यम आशंसेत इति आलोच्य. यदि दारिद्र्यम अपगच्छेत, if his poverty is driven away, tarhi, then sopi sahapi, that woodseller also, dirghayushyam ashamset, he shall bless with long life to me. Iti alochya, thinking so, Maharajaha tam ahuya, having called that woodseller, the king, bhavataha parishramayuktam jivanam drishtva aham santushtaha asmi. By looking at your very tedious and very laborious life, I am very happy. Tadartham yatat paridoshikam swikarotu. For that you take this gift. Iti vuktva prabhutam dhanam dattavan. He gave him a lot of wealth. Tataharabhya, starting from there, Maharajaha tat vishaye kopam na prapnoti sma. And from that period, the Maharaja doesn't get anger with that person. It's a nice story and it's a real, somewhat psychological story. These things we can't prove with science, but we can all feel. If some of your, a good person comes to your room, maybe the room is having some dull environment or a bad environment. A friend who is a really good and open-hearted or a good person. That is why the sannyasis are welcomed to our home. So that at that moment, the entire home we feel happy. Well, these are all the things you might have experienced on your own. And like this, with some more stories, I will meet you in the another video. Take care. Bye-bye.